This new moon is a really nice introduction for what summer is about to bring us. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to my channel. I am Leeor Alexandra. If you're new, welcome to the B community. On this channel, we talk about spirituality and personal development. And a couple times a month, I like to offer new and full moon energy readings. These are filled with my insights, with channeled wisdom, with resources, with journaling prompts, and card pulls. Also, we're gonna do a card pull because I got a lot of comments that you missed the card pulls, so they're back and better than ever. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I just want you to make the most out of the energy that's being gifted to you. Today, we're going to talk about the new moon in Gemini. Remember that this applies to everyone, not just people who are Geminis or who have Geminis in their top 3, let's say, because each one of us has Gemini in our birth chart. We all have the energies and the archetypes of each planet and each sign in the very makeup of our being, in the blueprint of our being. And so while the moon affects us each differently, there are uniting themes and common themes that pull us together, that connect us, that unite us, right? And that's what we talk about in these moon readings. So you can wait until the end for journaling prompts and a channeled card pull. I'm going to give you my insights, what you can expect, and how you can make the most out of this energy. Just some housekeeping before we get into the really good video. Inner Worlds Season 2 is coming back around the summer solstice. So in just 2 weeks or so, by the time that you are watching this video, maybe less. If you haven't heard Season 1 and you want more of me, it's still relevant. You can find me anywhere you get your podcast, but I will link a few episodes or the way to find my podcast in the description below for you. Secondly, as always, thank you again endlessly for your support for my spiritual business, Alchemy by LA. One of my goals for 2023 and this year was to become independent and to support my channel myself. I've always been super discerning my entire career online about what businesses I work with and what sponsorships I take, and I say no to 90% of them. Lately, I don't know if you've noticed, I've been even more choosy because your continuous support has allowed me to do that. Your investments in my little pieces of art has allowed me to do that. Today, I am wearing my husband's prosperity necklace. He bought this in solid gold before we started dating, just because he loved it and he believed in it. And he told me that it really impacted his business positively. He put it on this chain that he got from a different jeweler, I don't know. But he was wearing my balancing amulet the other day to a wedding, and I don't know where he put it, and I needed an amulet on me. And so I put on his with this funky chain that kind of looks like diamonds, but it's not. If you haven't gotten an amulet yet and you're interested, these are functional spiritual talismans. They have ancient technology. They help you to manifest what you're working on, what you're desiring. They also protect you from negative forces, from evil eye. So if you're interested, you can check them out at alchemybyla.com. I'll link that below for you as well. Thank you so much for your business and for your support and for allowing me to continue to support this channel and to make these videos for you. Now let's get into the new moon and Gemini reading. This upcoming new moon is happening on June 6th at 5:38 a.m. Pacific time. And this new moon to me feels pretty casual, pretty refreshing. It's a really beautiful time for new connections, for new beginnings, of course, and to work through any challenges that have been bugging you lately, that have been weighing you down lately, because right around the new moon, the energy is going to start feeling almost silky. Things are going to start to flow more smoothly than usual. So new moons are times for setting intentions and for new beginnings. So as always, take some time to sit down and to check in with what your intentions have been, what intentions you're holding, what's the direction you're moving in your life, and make sure that you're course correcting anywhere that you need to. If you've been looking for a fresh start anywhere, the cosmos are offering you this chance at the head of the month where you can be born again and start again. And just like every new day when we can start again, the new moon is a really potent time. It's a gift from the divine telling us, the creator is telling us, look, you don't have to be stagnant. You don't ever have to be one thing. You can be renewed. And I give you this gift every single lunar cycle to be a new version of yourself, reborn into a more whole and complete version of you. It's never too late for us. We can always start again. This new moon and the week leading up to it, it's gonna feel like a moment of time that's filled with new ideas. You're gonna feel curious. You're gonna feel like you wanna be productive. And there's this energy of really getting ahead on your dreams, especially the time leading up to the new moon and the 2 days following is going to be a really productive and powerful time for just getting through challenges and getting things done that you've been trying to get done for a long time. I want to talk about the quality of time because throughout June and around the new moon, of course, we have several planets in Gemini. Gemini is quick thinking, this energy, right? This archetype. It's quick thinking, action orientated, and always on the go. Gemini knows that there's so much to see, so much to explore, so much to find out, and so much to experience. And so this sign and this energy is asking us to remain in motion, go out and do it, get it, experience it, enjoy it, learn it too. Gemini wants us to learn it. But when Gemini is asking us to learn it, it's not so much to go really deep with it. It's more like, let's learn a new hobby or a new skill or read a new book. And it's kind of like lighthearted, right? It's not so deep. It's kind of take this class, this cooking class together just so we know how to make this certain gnocchi or pasta for fun, and then also to share with other people, but not to become the pasta maker in town. So the quality of time is going to feel just like Gemini, really quick and fast paced right now, and things will start to move faster than expected. And I'm also sensing this feeling that things are going to come more easily around this time than usual, but this doesn't actually last for long. A few days after the new moon, this energy kind of leaves us and we're moving into a bit of a more stagnant time where challenges might arise. So around the new moon and leading up to the new moon, really take advantage of this beautiful energy and gift that you're receiving. So if there is something that you've been trying to accomplish that's been challenging for a while, the time before the new moon and those couple days after will fuel you forward in accomplishing this task or this goal. So try to take advantage of that. And now let's get into the other players in the game around the new moon that are influencing the moon and therefore influencing our lives and our reality here on Earth. For those who are interested in making a new connection, maybe you're looking for, I don't know if this is a thing still, but a summer fling, or if you're looking for a serious relationship, right now it's a really good time for being flirty and lighthearted. You're gonna feel like you have a lot of charm that you can access. You're gonna get lots of opportunities and potential for romantic connections. So kind of opening yourself up to that, opening your heart up to that. Consider maybe saying yes to something you normally wouldn't, maybe go out when you normally wouldn't. Not saying that's coming from somebody who's a complete homebody, but there are such incredible opportunities for socializing and making these new connections that I kind of want to push you towards that, because you might meet someone with your friends out at a party or walking in the park or, at that restaurant, whatever. So just be mindful and safe, of course, and open-hearted. The heart is really important right now because we're approaching the summer solstice and summer is connected to the heart. We'll talk about this more later on in the video. And summer in this Gemini energy, also Cancer and Leo, I would say, these signs, these energies, they're asking our heart to burst open and to really be open to opportunities and the mystery of life. For those in relationship, a heads up, this is something that you may have already experienced. One or more partners in the relationship might be feeling restricted around this time in some way. Again, you might have already started to feel it, perhaps in how one of you is expressing yourselves or even just restricted in some way within the relationship. There might be a back and forth about how to balance your lives together, what you guys want to prioritize, and how to balance enjoying life, but also being responsible and attending to your duties and kind of keeping the future in mind. So if you're able to communicate well and meet in the middle and just have an open heart, there's gonna be a really deep emotional connection through your conversations about these topics. You're gonna meet each other in the middle and you're going to have your relationship deepen and both people can be happy from this. So just kind of approach these challenges with an open heart and a willingness to meet your partner halfway, to remember you're on the same team. Just say how you feel, be vulnerable, be open, and be loving. In general, outside of relationships as well, a good conversation around this time can lead to healing and to finally fully expressing yourself and feeling lighter after this new moon because you've expressed something like this. Past wounds might arise. You might be triggered in some way and something from the past is going to come up. You're being called to face this with an open heart once again, but specifically with courage. Don't run away from your triggers. Don't distract yourself. Really kind of confront your demons. Whatever comes up, look at it and be like, okay, I'm going to work through this. I'm going to journal about this. I'm going to figure out when this started. And I'm not going to blame the other person in my life for this, or my friends or my family or my circumstances. Take responsibility for these triggers and for these past wounds, and I'm going to do the healing that I need to do. And be kind with myself also. What's encouraged right now on the new moon, I hope I haven't been saying full moon, my brain lately. On the new moon is to set your intentions specifically related to things such as communication. So maybe setting an intention to reach out to somebody, reconnect with somebody, just express yourself in some way. Intentions related to learning, to social interactions. Maybe you've been wanting to call in the group of friends you've always wanted, or a book club or something cool like that. A running club, and just setting your intentions around those things. But also, of course, it's a new moon, so anything you've been calling in and working on. And I'm gonna help you do that through our journaling prompts towards the end of the video. If you're starting a new project, right around the new moon is always a good time. And for the Gemini new moon, anything involving writing or teaching or networking will be especially smooth. So go for that. Now, around the spring equinox, I shared with you that in spring, you should really be focusing on taking care of your liver. You should definitely continue to do this into summer, making sure not to overindulge, especially with any drugs or alcohol. But during the summer, what we focus on more, and specifically around the summer solstice, which comes around mid-June, like around 19th, 21st of June, we want to focus more on our heart and also on the small intestine. In traditional Chinese medicine, summer is predictably associated with the fire element, which governs the heart and the small intestine. So this is a time of high energy, of outer expression, of socializing, of momentum, which goes hand in hand with this Gemini energy as well. So taking care of these organs is really important to maintain overall balance and health in our bodily temple. So there's practical ways to care for these organs during the summer, which are stay hydrated, drink plenty of water with either salt or electrolytes, drink herbal teas, have a lot of water-filled fruit like watermelon, cucumbers, berries. You can also lighten up your diet around summer, which doesn't mean to eat less, just to eat lighter foods, like more raw foods like fresh fruit and vegetables. Include lots of leafy greens and tomatoes, bell peppers. Flax seeds are good for the heart, walnuts, really any bitter foods that will help your heart. And of course, movement, especially in the summer, outdoor movement, or in the time like before the sun is at its highest, because then you get too much fire energy. So you want to do probably outdoor movement before 12 or before 11 a.m. I think the heart meridian is at 11, so we have a lot of fire then. So you want to do your workouts earlier in the morning, but outdoors if possible. But just as importantly, also taking care of your emotional balance. Practice meditation, breathing exercises, hold positive thoughts in your heart and your mind, because that's a part of your well-being and your wellness. For the small intestine, all those things will also help it, but more specifically, eating more fermented foods, eating yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, and avoiding overly spicy foods too often, which is something that I always have to remind myself around this time, because then we just build too much fire and we get out of balance. So these habits will help you remain in balance. It's gonna help with the heat and the yin and yang in your body. Okay, now I wanna share a few journal prompts, and I will write these down below for you in the description as well. You can use this in your new moon routines and your rituals. And then we're gonna end with a card pull, so we can receive further guidance for this beautiful cosmic gift we're being given every month. First journal prompt is, what are 3 new beginnings I want to focus on during this lunar cycle? So during the new moon and beyond. Number 2, how can I take the first step towards each one of these goals? Number 3, is there anything new I'm interested in or want to begin to learn or to read? Number 4, what is one major challenge I've been facing recently, and how can I get curious about it and open my mind to find a solution? And number 5, what are my intentions for this new moon? And those will be down below for you if you want to write them down, if I went too fast, which I'm sure I did. And then now we're going to get a card from our Rumi Oracle deck, our beloved Alana Fairchild Rumi Oracle deck, so we can receive the exact piece of guidance we need. This is beautiful. I've never seen this. It looks like the moon, and it looks like, this actually gives me Cancer energy. It looks like there's somebody being kind of almost swaddled into the moon or cuddling into the moon, a woman. but from far away, it looks like the sun or the universe. And it's number 20, the all-encompassing hand. You are the essence of my existence. Who am I? A mirror in your hand. Whatever you do, I will do. I am your irresistible reflection. With every breath, I feel my heart is beating with yours. In your joy, I am exuberant. In your sadness, I am in sorrow. If you are bitter, I become bitter. If you are grace, I become grace. My joy is when I am bewildered in your beauty and taste the sweetness of love on your lips. If I pick a rose without you, it becomes a thorn in my hand. If I am the thorn, I become the rose in your hand. I've held your hand in mine for so long that I have long since ceased to distinguish where your sacred flesh once felt separate from mine. This sacred grasp pulses with love divine, and there's one hand holding and held, one being, loved and loving, though we may appear by less ecstatic angels to be two. The love that gives us this handfast beloved is so powerful we could spin the entire universe upon its axis, and still our hands would be joined gently and yet enduringly in unfailing love and sublime friendship. Perhaps you are in need of reassurance, dearest one. Perhaps you have been feeling somewhat alone on your path, or struggling with a matter deep within your precious, beautiful heart, and speaking of it to no one. Such loneliness that can foster in the heart. With no other to bear witness to your life experience, you may question your life, your sanity, your truths, and create doubt where no doubt need be. This must stop now. You are worthy of so much more, and this suffering is not essential for your growth now. It is time to let it be and to open up to the touch of grace. So this oracle comes to you as the hand of the divine. It is the all-encompassing hand, the hand that has no limitation upon the blessings it can bestow, upon the troubles it can lift from you, upon the tenderness it can communicate to you through sacred touch. Allow that divine hand to reach for you, beloved. Do not turn it away. Do not let old shame, guilt, or mistaken notions of false independence keep you from accepting this heavenly hand. This hand reaches to gently wipe away tears of the past. It will deftly unravel the ties that have bound your own hands, preventing you from fully giving and receiving according to your worth, which is incontestable and without limit. This divine hand will reach for you in your meditations, your sleep, and your prayers. It will reach for you through life circumstances, through the smile or hug you receive from another, or the touch of another human being. It will reach you through the song of a bird, the falling of leaves, the soft fur of a beloved pet, through song lyrics that seem to speak what you are feeling deep inside, or the colorful dress of the stranger across the street who catches your eye and makes you smile. This divine hand is reaching for you now through this oracle. Yes, says the great beloved, I am reaching for you. Yes, I know you. You are my own. I would never abandon you. Perhaps you have turned from me unknowingly, forgotten how much I love you because the world is in a forgetful daze too, and ignores the caress of the breeze, the joyful acknowledgement of every sunrise, and the reverence made radiant in every sunset. Life is the touch bestowed by my hand. Shall you receive me? Let me love you. Let me restore your soul and remind you there is nothing to fear now. Lay down your weapons and your fear for this moment. Quit using that mouth to cry for war or to cry in despair. Bring yourself to my table and use that mouth to taste some bold and rich wine instead. Enjoy with me in this moment the unbreakable bond that lies between us. Allow me to bring the cup of wine to your lips. Behind your head so gently lies my all-encompassing hand. Know the peace of my love. So deeply can it register with you now that you shall never again forget it. There may be a situation or a circumstance in your life that you may feel is somehow unable to be solved. This oracle comes with reassurance that there is nothing beyond the reach of the divine hand of grace. All can be solved, all can be resolved. There is always a higher, better, more beautiful outcome possible. You are asked to pray with conviction. So that was so beautiful that I had to read most of it because it's just always so soul nourishing, and it is very, very resonant. It always resonates at some point or another. We were talking about challenges that we've been facing, and that around this time, things will get a little bit easier. And this oracle is reminding us that we're not doing anything on our own, and that we can just ask for help. Just ask for help. Just pray to the divine beloved, whatever you feel comfortable with. If you say God, or your higher self, or the universe, or divine intelligence, the creator, source, whatever it is that you say, Divine Beloved, please help me to do this. Divine Beloved, please step in and assist me in this. Divine Beloved, please make this happen. And so that's the oracle card that we pulled, and that's what the divine wants us to know. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed and if you are receiving that oracle reading, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't already. I can't stress enough how much that support on its own helps the channel. I love you. Enjoy this new moon, enjoy this energy, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, as always, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.